What's up, everyone? So I posted a video. It's the last video I posted. I don't have my binder on. I've outgrown it, and right now I don't have the money to replace it, so I'm feeling extremely dysphoric about this whole thing, but anyway, you'll probably see me tugging at my shirt a lot and stuff. So the last video I posted, guys, two things that I wanted to do. One, I want to apologize. It was very juvenile and very uncalled for. But I'm not going to remove it because that was a valid emotion. And to strip that away from myself because it's not politically correct, or I may have offended anyone, and if I did, I apologize. I know I apologized in the video too, but either way, it was just not, I should not have done it. I should have felt it and tried to understand it better before I went out and posted it and let that kind of anger take hold of me. And I do apologize for that, and I hope that that kind of person in that video is someone that I can learn to manage and learn to, or teach, or however you want to word it, to not react like that. So we're in my shop right now, my workshop, and I have good news. So last Sunday I went to a job interview at this place, and I won't say who, like what place that is, but I went to a job interview and I didn't get the job. I failed the spelling, which is crazy for me. But, you know, a very humbling experience. So, oddly enough, randomly, yesterday, get a phone call, and it's weird because I'm weird about my phone. Like, I just let the thing die and stuff like that. I don't really care. Like, if my wife isn't, like, near me, yeah, I'll keep it on so her and I can communicate back and forth, but for the most part, I'm not big on, like, my phone or any social media platform or anything like that. But my wife got up before me, and it was on charge, on a charging pad, and, like, it didn't charge for some reason, but anyway, so she plugged it in and turned the volume up and whatnot, and, we get a phone call, so she gets up and she answers it, and, they wanted to speak to me. Now, my female name is Michelle, okay? And I have been going by Mitch for quite some time now, but I'm realizing that Michelle can be a male's name, and I'm comfortable with it. Like, I don't really, like, my name doesn't really bother me that much, because I've always felt like male since even I was a child, and Mitch was a nickname, and I just chose it to be my name. But ultimately, name isn't quite a big problem. But anyway, they asked for me, and so my wife gave me the phone, and it was that same job that did not want to hire me this past Sunday. Well, she called and she said, blah blah blah, I'm from this so and so company, and I was curious to know if you wanted the job. And I was like, pardon me, like, what happened, you know? And cut a long story short, she said, just be here before 3:30, so we rushed out and we went, and she offered me the job on the spot again, and I obviously took it. The interview portion of it, which was more or less like a briefing, like, hey, this is what you'll get paid and stuff like that, kind of like a Q&A thing. And so I asked about insurance, and they do offer great insurance that, if I'm not mistaken, based off my research, it does cover transgender care, surgeries, medications, and stuff like that. So hopefully that went well. But it made me feel good, and sitting there, I said, she looked a little curious as to why I was so interested in about this insurance, more so than the average individual that gets a job. And, you know, she proceeded to ask me does someone in your family have an illness or anything? And I was like, not technically speaking, not like something that, I guess you would say, you know, like cancer or something, you know, but, I did tell her, I was like, I know that when you look at me, I'm not your typical female. And she's like, you could tell she didn't really want to touch that subject, but I said, look, you don't have to say anything, I'm transgender. So my voice is deep, I've got, you know, facial hair growing. Of course, you can't see it in the videos that good, but it is definitely starting to come in. I was like, and I definitely don't dress like a female. I was like, it's because I'm not. And she said, she very politely and calmly said, without any weird expression on her face, just like I'm talking to you right now, Michelle, you're cool here, it's no big deal. And she's like, when you came in from the interview before, I knew already. She's like, you're cool, you're family, you're good. And I almost was reduced to tears because of that, because I was taken aback. I've struggled for the past 6-7 months now to secure a job here in North Carolina, and I've not been successful. I did work at Food Lion for a little bit, and me and the store manager, not store manager, but the grocery manager, her and I we didn't get along. She was a peculiar individual. And I worked at Bojangles for a little while, and I can't work with people that are rude and disrespectful, because I wasn't raised that way, and no matter your age, whether you're younger, older, or my same age, I'm going to respect you, because that's how I was raised. And those people that work at the Bojangles up here, down here, wherever you're at, and wherever I'm at anyway, are disrespectful little shits, and I cannot work with them. So needless to say, also, there's a stigma of like being male and supporting your family, whether it's a wife and children, or just a wife or a child, or, you know, however you work out. For me and my wife, it's just us. We do have children in West Virginia, but I'm their stepdad, okay, but I don't think of it like that. So anyway, they're not with us, is what I'm saying. So with that being said, I'm rambling, I apologize. Anyway, I want to work a job that I can take care of my wife, and I can take care of myself, and it offers insurance, so I can have my wife on there, and we can get our own place, you know, and it be a desirable location to live, not in the ghetto, and not in an area that would put me or her at any type of risk of hate crime or anything like that. So with that being said, it made me feel totally elated that, you know, I got that job. And I know that I think my videos, I might have mentioned it a few times. I know the last one, I certainly did, because I went back and watched it, and I felt like an ass, but I was finally able to get a job. So, luckily right now it's remote. It's like the training is going to be at the house, or at the office, but after training, which is a week long, all my work will be remote until further notice because of the COVID. So anyway, those are just some of the things I wanted to go over. I'm super duper excited about that. I wanted to apologize for the sheer stupidity, because that's what it's called. You know, when you're wrong, and I was wrong. So again, I apologize sincerely from the bottom of my heart. My religious beliefs and whatnot is of to no one's concern but my own, just like no one else's is my concern, and I should have never put that out there like that in the manner I did. I mean, there's always a right and a wrong way to do things, and there's always a time for everything, and I definitely don't want to be this hate-filled, anger-ridden individual male that I have strived my whole life to not be, because I know a few of those people in my family, and I don't want to be those people. So, sorry. I really am sorry. On a lighter subject, I was looking at beard growth last night, and my shit is like coming in, and I know, hopefully I don't have any boogers or anything, but I noticed, if you can see under here, I don't know if you could see, but under here, it's starting to like connect here. So when you shine a light on my face, because before pre-T, I didn't have any facial hair except a little bit of a mustache, okay? You could notice, like, you could definitely tell there was a mustache there, but I think that's just because I'm a hairy person. But anyway, like, when I was shining the light, like, I definitely have hair growth. It just hasn't thickened and it hasn't darkened up completely, but it's definitely there, and that's super fucking exciting. The only place that I'm not really growing it as thick as, and I fear a little, which is not really a fear, but is like right here, on these sides here. Let me put this stupid cigarette down. Like right here, and then here. But dude, like I honestly don't care. And then like when I look at it with a light in a mirror at night, it's kind of weird. I could definitely see the growth. So that makes me super freaking happy. My voice is So my voice is, I'm noticing it's dropping more, like, so I was, like, when I talk, sometimes my voice seems kind of, like, grainy sounding, but I think it's, like, and that happens, it's really weird, it happens a certain time of day, and, like, closer to when I'm doing my shot again, so I don't know why, but my voice is definitely deeper, like, I can really make my voice deep, but then it kind of sounds a bit, like, a little bit forced, but anyway, that's really all I really wanted to talk about. I wanted to apologize. I want to talk about weird growth in my voice. Also, this just hit me. I found a cosmetic surgeon in Charlotte that will do top surgery on me. They have a I don't know if I mentioned this already, but it's almost like a layaway plan. They don't like, it's not, you don't have to have a credit card, you don't have to have good credit. You essentially pay $1,000 down, and that covers your initial consult, and then they set a surgery date. So then you want to put it out far enough to cover that surgery. So we'll just say it's $7,000. So you put $1,000 down, okay, and that'll go for the consult, and also what's not used for the consult will go towards the surgery, obviously. Then you make payments, so like as much as you want. So I was thinking, you pay on it as much, like I said, as often as you want, and then you have to have the full amount. I think it's like, I might be wrong, but it's either 15 days prior to the surgery date, or like the day before or something. I'm fuzzy on that. I've got the email, but I mean, it's a very doable thing, and also I have been working on my credit, both me and my wife have, so that's also something that I might look at, getting like care credit. I'm sweating like a fucking pig, but I definitely something I wanted to share with others that might be in this area, or relatively close, that might be interested in that. If you're having a hard time finding one because of credit, and you can't get a credit card, or you can't get some kind of loan, so on. But there are options available, especially like for people like in my situation. But it's looking up. So something else I wanted to go over, and I mentioned it a minute ago, but the dysphoria of my top has gotten increasingly worse, and I know that's kind of common. So like I said, my binder is too small. Like, I think it was kind of small to begin with, but it was I don't know, I can't really explain it. Like the first, I think 3 months that I wore it, it was not bad. I had to get used to it, obviously, but it wasn't too terribly bad. But like the longer I was on T, I've noticed like I've gotten real, like, if you look at me, real wide in the shoulders, and I was always semi like wide, but I'm getting broader. So like muscle mass, if I flex, you could look at my shirt here, and I don't really work out a lot, but I do move around a lot. I have like ADHD, so I definitely can tell. I'm like, my arms have gotten bigger. I don't really have a lot of definition. I'm still working on definition and stuff, but so like my shoulders, this used to not be like that, like here, and then I'm working on like the definition, but I'm definitely, you know, I can definitely tell a difference. So a bad farmer's tan. But anyway, that's something that I want to work on. A lot of the reason I'm hesitant on it, and I know I need to just get my head out of my ass and, like, you know, if I can not worry about that because I'm working towards something. But is like the chest and running and like the fact that they are bigger and they bounce, and like I don't think it would be healthy for me to bind and run, because it does kind of constrict your breathing a little bit, you know, and um, so I don't want to, I don't really want to like put myself in any kind of danger with that. But my wife and I did talk about this too. Once we move and we get into our, like, we get comfortably into our own place, we possibly may do gym membership, but where my job is like downtown and she's trying to get moved closer too, but we might just do home gym. That way too, there's not that stigma of like people watching me and like, you know, because I have, like, when I go out in public, because I can't bind right now, and I wear shorts because I've got like really long hairs on my legs, you know, like definitely dude legs. I get a lot of like fucking funny looks and shit, and some of it might be my imagination, but either way, it just makes me really fucking uncomfortable. So, I try not to. I really try not to go out in shorts a lot. And then too, like, it wouldn't be so bad if I could bind or just get the damn things cut off. At all, it would be amazing. But anyway, I think I'm gonna cut this video off now. I'm just venting, ranting. Not venting, but I'm ranting. I'm going off on different subjects back and forth. I'm just super duper excited, and I wanted to make sure that I did apologize to whomever watches these videos. And you know, I just wanted to apologize and then give you the good news. Also, real quick, I have an artsy page, or shop, or Etsy. I think it's Etsy. Anyway, it's Infinite by Michelle, and if you could check it out, I have some of my canvas paintings that I've done. I think I'm gonna put some of my woodworking stuff on there too. But check it out, support me, I appreciate it so much. And if y'all have any questions or anything like that, please feel free to hit me up. And I guess that's it. Y'all have a great day. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace.